So back in episode 2 of Whisky, I reviewed the Bushmills 16-year single malt Irish whiskey. But that was way back in the beginning. I had no rating system, and my palate wasn't, well, at the point that I'm at now. Tastes change, yes they do, and so do preferences the more I learn. I think it's time to circle back and just confirm, is this the great whiskey that I remember from long ago? This is Whisky. I'm John Chidgey. Always remember to drink responsibly, in moderation, and where and when appropriate. Feel free to like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and visit engineer.network/whiskey without the E to learn how you can support the show. Thank you. This costs $179.99 Australian, don't forget the 99 cents, for the 700ml bottle, and that's from Dan Murphy's. But you can get it sometimes for under $150 at vintage sellers and at first choice liquor, but that's not a guarantee. It has a 16-year age statement, it's bottled at 40% ABV, and it's both chill filtered and it's coloured. It's considered to be part of their core range of single malt whiskies. Now, I've covered a bit of detail before about Bushmills in the previous episodes about the Bushmills 10 that you can find here, and also on the trio of Bushmills entry-level offerings, the original, the Red Bush, and Black Bush, and you can find that review here. And I'm not going to go over any of that this time. Instead, I'm just going to focus on a review of the 16-year, or re-review of the 16-year, with the benefit of hindsight and more tasting experience, as well as my established rating system that I've been using now for many months. Now, the Bushmills website has the following to say about the 16-year offering. Aged for about 15 years in a combination of Oloroso sherry and bourbon seasoned casks, then finished for about 9 months in port wine pipes. This single malt shows its layers of flavour, juicy fruits, nuts and spice, as well as a hint of ruby redness. It is best enjoyed neat. Good, because that's exactly what I'm going to bloody do. The Bushmills website tasting notes are traditionally quite brief, and this one's no exception. Simply saying that there's almonds, honey, port, vanilla. 4 words, that's it. At least they didn't overdo it. They could do worse, let's be honest. Alright, let's have a taste now, shall we? It's always satisfying. I'd say that's almost a coppery sort of a colour. It is quite dark compared to some of the other Bushmills I've tried, but I suppose my issue with it is simple, and that is that it's coloured. So, can we tell anything from this?
Those legs are very fast running, very fast running.
Alrighty. Re-review of the Bushmill 16. Let's see what we get. Oh god, that still smells gorgeous. Oh, it smells so much like a Christmas cake, it's not funny. It's light. It smells a little bit sweet on the nose. Yeah, I'm getting some sort of nuttiness on this. I can smell the port finish on it. The port finish, it's nowhere near as intense as the Divergence Portwood, for example. That one was really intense port finish, but this, it's a much gentler, lighter, but still distinctly a port finish, which is nice. I don't mind it at all. Yeah, I definitely get the honey on that too. It smells just as beautiful as I remember. It's a sort of whiskey that I can just sniff and enjoy smelling it. Having said that, it'd be a bit boring if that's all I did. So let's try it. Oh, yum. That's cool. That's delightful. The mouthfeel on it, I would describe that as being a little bit creamy, like lightly creamy. The part that I've really got a much better appreciation for in the last few months particularly has been mouthfeel and what I like and what I don't. And whilst I'm not going to claim this is the same for everybody because, taste is subjective and what we enjoy is different, and that's fine. Some people like spicy food and some people like sweet food, and, that's totally okay. And someone like me, I like a bit of everything, but it depends on the mood, right? So in any case, it is a little bit more watery than I remember, and which is which is kind of a shame. But I tell you what, it's made up for by that beautiful palate, and it's got a nice lingering finish. It's probably got a moderate finish on it. Because as I'm breathing out, I can still smell that Christmas cake, and it is just a lovely smell. And it's one of those dichotomies, right? Because I actually don't like Christmas cake. I don't like the taste of it, but geez, I love the smell of it. Don't ask me why. It's a thing. And when you go back for a second nosing, for some reason it just punches that little bit harder in the nose, and it is so lovely. Oh man. See, the thing about triple distilled is it's just that little bit smoother, and that there's a little bit less blunt force to the palate, you know. And sometimes it's that light and refreshingness of a triple distilled Irish whiskey that is just beautiful. Oh, dear me. Well, I gotta say, on the palate, I'm getting a little bit of... It's a bit nutty. It's not... Yeah, I guess it's kind of almond. If it is, it's not a toasted almond. It's like a raw almond, or like maybe a raw hazelnut. It's not bitter at all. It's almost a bit chocolatey, like milky, like a light milk chocolate. Sweet, honey, bit of vanilla. My goodness. It is, and that finish is just like cake on the finish. Damn, I can see why I rated this so well last time. And in the actual review, I didn't give it a rating. I gave it a post rating after I developed my scale. So, all right, let's rate this. Let's re-rate this. Okay, so for cost, clearly it's a 3, and it is stretching the budget a bit. It is what it is. You know, you can get it for under 150 on a real good deal. But yeah, still, it's a 3. Now, for the quality, I previously gave this a 4. And the thing is, there's no question it's a 3. Absolutely, it's a 3. It is a go-to pleasant drink, and it makes me smile. The question is this an amazing drink that makes me giggle? Like, I had a couple chuckles in there, so I mean, it kind of does. But she's, it's not quite on the same level as some of the others that I've really fallen for, like some of my Glendronachs, for example, that I really enjoy, and and the Glenallachie. But to be fair, they are a different kind of whiskey. So if I were to be fair to this, I would say if it's a 4, it is a low 4. It is a low 4. And I think that ultimately I'll stick with that. So we're going to go with a low 4. And being a 4 and a 3, that makes it a yellow. So a few bottles in this category, you know, for something different perhaps. And as you can see, I still have a bottle. And I still enjoy this dram. It is delightful. So upon re-review, we're validating that it's a 4. It's only a low 4, but it is still a 4. And with that, thanks Bushmills. I love your work, guys. Keep it up. And, yeah, let's leave it there. Cheers. I'll see you next time. So yum. Just so yum.